This is the green iguana. If you've never seen one of these things before, they're a tropical lizard and range in size anywhere from the size of a squirrel to a medium dog. They are naturally found in Central and South America, but have considerably expanded their range due to their popularity as pets.
Now this is green iguana, the best pet lizard. So, is the green iguana the best pet lizard? Goodness no. Nope. But, is it the best pet iguana? Yeah, also not that. Not even close to that. Is it the best large iguana? I mean, you know, because... Nope. No, it's not. And none of them are good. This is possibly the worst of the big iguanas. They're just horrible.
Here in the United States, however, they are considered invasive species. And in some locations, they have taken over to devastating effect. The state of Florida, for instance, is one of the areas that is substantially impacted by these creatures.
Iguanas become frozen during extreme temperature drops below 50 degrees, and when they do, they start falling from the trees.
Yeah, it's quite the sight, right?
25 pounds. You simply don't want one falling on you, your pet, or your property.
Being part of the mainland, there is a robust ecosystem there full of predators to aid in the management efforts of the iguana. Puerto Rico, on the other hand, if you remember back to your geography lessons, is a U.S. territory, and it is an island. There really isn't any major predator pressure, and they have grown way out of control on the island. Burrowing out infrastructure like canals and building foundations, disrupting power systems, outcompeting natural species, disease transmission, and the big one, agricultural damage. This is a shot of a tree that I took while I was down in the jungles of Puerto Rico, helping the locals combat the overpopulation problem. Now, Puerto Rico isn't alone. For instance, when we were down in Grand Cayman a couple years ago to scuba dive, my wife and I went down there to do some shelf diving. We visited their blue iguana exhibit on Grand Cayman, and there's a huge problem down there with green iguanas carrying a fungus that is fatal to the blue iguana population. So I guess what I'm trying to say is green iguana bad. When it comes to hunting, you have a couple different concepts that are recycled over and over in just about every locale. General bag limits, think squirrels, for instance, 6 per day, either sex, and you are done. Sex selective bag limits, think turkeys where you can only generally shoot the males. Maturity-based bag limits, often used in Africa to cull aging animals and raise funds for management efforts, and they're designed to protect juvenile individuals. Yet another concept, slot limits. This is typically used in fishing, protect juveniles and mature breeders by establishing a minimum length and a maximum length. So you have to only take individuals in the slot, so to speak. I could go on for a while with this sort of stuff, but as you can see, when you're talking about managing conservation of a species, there are many ways to do it. However, when you were talking about a destructive, invasive species like the iguana, this is a completely different concept. There are no season dates, there are no restrictions on method of take, and there are no bag limits on iguanas. The only step above this kind of aggressive approach to eradication hunting is a bounty, where they actually pay people to go out and hunt these things.
Boom.
Puerto Rico is trying to not get to that state by using their current method of hunting, as well as other programs like nest destruction and some limited other methods that probably aren't super kosher to talk about on the internet. But all things considered, they're probably going to end up in a bounty system eventually. They did it for a while with lionfish off the coast of Florida, and it was hugely successful. Since they've stopped the bounty system, the lionfish have come back. As an example, this small yard adjacent to the property where we were hunting had 7 iguanas in it that we could see from the road. When the locals down there use the term iguana, it is synonymous with the term like rat or orc.
Thing over here. No.
Stop it.
Look at that. What is this shit? Oh my God.
This hunt was put on by my friends at Hots on USA, and you've seen some of their stuff on the channel here before. But if you haven't, they are specialized in shotguns and air rifles. Puerto Rico has somewhat strict gun laws as compared to where I'm from, the state of Ohio, but you can liken it, for instance, to the state of Illinois. But that actually doesn't have anything to do with why air rifles are really popular for this kind of hunting. You'll see throughout the hunting montage that we're oftentimes shooting straight up at these things. While there is no restriction keeping me from shooting them with a .308, that would be very bad. Instead, while using an air rifle, the dense vegetation knocks the wind out of any aberrant projectiles, and they are more than capable of taking down even the largest of the lizards. For this hunt, I selected the Hatsan Flash Pup, which is a .25 caliber integrally suppressed pre-charged pneumatic air rifle that's in a bullpup configuration. As far as PCP air rifles are concerned, this one is in the lower middle range. As far as price point, it comes in about the $400 mark. Typically, air rifles are much shorter range weapons than traditional powder burning rifles, but they are very consistent, easily putting slugs in the same hole in a repeatable fashion. This is really important with what I'm about to show you. In addition to Blaine, who's the head honcho over at Hatsan, and Adam, one of the PR guys, on the trip was expert air rifle hunter Jim Chapman. He runs the American Airgun Hunting channel, and he took several scope cam shots while we were out there. I think these shots actually make the vegetation seem a little bit more forgiving than it actually was, but you can get the idea. Little tiny windows to sneak projectiles through for kill shots. Our guides for the trip were Roberto and Juan, and these two masters of the machete worked their asses off, keeping the jungle from swallowing us alive.
Right here.
Yeah, no, you gotta take that
No,
one
that
out.
one's good.
Yeah, no, you gotta take that one out.
Are you sure?
No, yeah, take it out.
No, I don't think so.
They were easily responsible for spotting 90% of the iguanas that we took on the trip and getting us into position to take the shots.
The big one here. You see the legs?
Yeah, I see him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I walk this area.
You want me to
stay-
move up?
No, me.
Okay.
Me going this way. You stop here.
Oh, where is
When
he?
they
I lost
turn
him.
around the tree.
Right
you
here.
shoot. Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna bird dog him for you.
Yep. Yeah, I can get a body shot.
Hang on just a second.
I got
Don't-
him.
Don't shoot
Okay.
yet. Got something on my lens. All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
They also drug all 70 of the things we recovered out of the jungle for disposal. Again, the locals treat them like rats and don't really use them for any purpose. This is an ecosystem and horticulture preservation hunt, and it absolutely works. Our first day was in a region that they hadn't done much hunting in, and we saw 4 iguanas before we even made it through the front gate. The second day was on one of their farm contracts that gets hunted regularly, and we took only a fraction of that number. They were still there, don't get me wrong, but not nearly as thick.
All right, I see his head.
Hey, that was
That's
it.
a hit.
That's it. That's it.
Nice, Curtis.
Personally, I really like plantains. The iguanas can single-handedly wipe out the Puerto Rican crop if left unmitigated. I had a fantastic time down there helping manage the problem. 10 out of 10 will go again, and I highly suggest that if you have an opportunity to do it, then you do so as well. It's actually not all that expensive to get to Puerto Rico, which I was surprised. In fact, my wife and her girlfriends came down to the island while we were hunting and just did their own thing. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. It's a little bit different than stuff that I usually do because I just don't get to do as much hunting. It's been a very long time since I've just been able to indiscriminately kill something. I want to say thank you to Hatsan for putting this whole thing together. Check out their shotguns, check out their air rifles. They have a wide variety of things, everything from hunting stuff to tactical stuff.
Got him.
And hopefully we'll see you on another video here at the VSO Gun Channel.